places that are safe enough for him to farm. We'll see if they can change that this time and just get him into a bit of a better place a little sooner, so that he is going to have some relevancy against Na'Vi's cause.
I think he should be able to. I think he should be able to get away with going to the triangle at some point. I'm just worried about the lane. I know Witch Doctor's like one of those very strong laners, but this Mars and this Willow, especially in the hands of Na'Vi, like Roger plays very aggressively with it, and so does General. They look to just constantly kill, and I feel like as a Witch Doctor, you can be punished. It's very important about your positioning on Miposhka to make sure you're not caught on the side at all.
Oh yeah.
If you get hit by two, you get like speared into a double. You get hit by 2 brambles, you're dead every single time. So.
Yeah, this top lane is definitely going to be incredibly difficult for them. I mean, and some of the other lanes as well, right? Also, kind of good for Na'Vi. You know, Na'Vi obviously having the chance to pick their mid lost, and they get Iceberg. The Prophet, a hero that doesn't care about being against a Viper too much at all, right?
Nope. I mean, I say nope, but I saw Chessie actually get, in the first, I think it was the first 5 minutes or so in the game that I saw this morning, he was getting owned by Weehaw, and then he came back afterwards. But usually, for the most part, I do see the Nature's Prophet. They do very well in the matchup. You're able to last it better. You just eat a lot of harassment is the only thing that happens from the Vipers. But Mio, I mean, he knows this matchup. He lays down the Nether Toxin right away. Treants can't walk up. And he'll just push it in immediately.
Yeah, just secure himself that first wave and range creep without any chance of Iceberg denying.
Yep. Does mean that Iceberg's going to get every single last hit under the tower, though, as this Nature's Prophet here with 2 Treants. Shouldn't miss any of them. Yeah, nicely done. And then so Iceberg should be fine in this one.
Yeah. There's no excuse for him dying here.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't solo against the Viper. Then down at the bottom lane, Spectre with V-Tune with the backup of always one of Flies and dying. Is this sort of a lane where the Spectre's going to be feeling pretty safe?
It's a lot of trade of regen and stuff like that. And it's about like the level 2s in particular for both sides to look for these kills. I think the Spectre should be able to farm. As long as the Undying doesn't waste a Soul Rip or misplay with his mana pool or anything, I think V-Tune should be able to farm down here nicely. Because at some point, we're either going to see the Undying suicide or we're going to see the Phoenix suicide. One of these two are going to do something like that to get their mana back.
Well, we'll see. See which team's carrier is going to have the safest start. And then, in terms of the tools that Yellow Submarine are going to have to kill the Spectre later on, do you feel like they've got enough? Just sort of having I mean, the big spells, right, are the break from the Viper and the Maledict from the Witch Doctor can really come into play.
Even the hard stun is also a little annoying too. Even the rupture and all that too, because Spectre does require a bit of mobility. Yeah, I think it'd be a bit tough for V-Tune.
And we'll see how V-Tune wants to play as well with his own build-up. We are going to see that Blade Mail rushed out this game. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of damage that Yellow Submarine are going to be throwing out in the team fight that will be turned around on them. Top lane, it's alright. Just get hit by the spear, but he's able to cut his way through the trees.
Much harder lane for Yotaro than it is on the opposing side for V-Tune. I feel like V-Tune's going to get away with, like we said, pretty much all the farm down bottom. He should be able to keep himself sustained too with an Undying. I just don't feel that for Yotaro up here. I feel like this is it's just a hard lane. Range creep gets denied again. I think that's the second time I saw up top. They do have the Maledict, but it's only a level 1 Maledict, but they're going to try. They're actually punching hard into General.
It's going to be some good damage. Won't be enough to kill him with the Fairy Fire. And he has got the salve ready to pop himself back up.
Yeah, he'll be healthy. He'll be back up to full, and Yotaro is very limited. And he had to go boots early, too, even on the Sven for himself.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty useful against the... just juking around the brown balls and trying to dodge these spears.
It's very nice versus the Orb of Venom, too, at least, too, of the Mars. The Orb of Venom constant poke harassment is something I've seen these Marses do a lot lately.
Blood right. Is there on always want to fly? Puts the Fairy Fires into the trees. Collapse, just trying to find him, and they'll get it. First blood goes for Yellow Submarine.
Very nice. Not slowing down the Spectre's farm too much, but at least getting themselves that type of kill. And they will look to actually farm up a big stack here, too. So bad. With the Blood right as well. They tried to pull the experience away from V-Tune. You saw how he moved it upwards. They will get all that XP, though, on the Spectre, too. But nice maximizing coming out from Yellow Submarine down here. This is a pretty nice lane.
See around
middle.
Yeah, he's farming a tree.
Yeah,
top CS right now. The last hits, so Iceberg, for as safe as he is in terms of farming and just not dying, not able to stop Mio from getting away with a total free farm here to start the game.
No, definitely not. But he's gonna hit 6 at a very, very good timing on this Nature's Prophet. So I feel like those side lanes, we're gonna look to those to get ganked. His bottom again, trying to commit onto the Undying.
So the turn with the 2-man decay. So bad these Fire Spirits on V-Tune, stopping him from being able to truly commit on the Phoenix.
Oh, the courier, it's so bad. It dies to range creep. Amaterasu, the most beautiful courier ever, goes down.
And Collapse, we'll see, yeah, he's got the urn done now in this lane, so now always one of Fly's got to be that. A little bit more careful about losing his life down here.
Oh, Iceberg actually TP's in for the bounty runes. Not quite level 6 yet. He might find, oh, he doesn't see the courier. That would have been pretty nice. And speaking of courier, Mio is rushing Meteor Hammer.
Wait, what?
Naked Meteor Hammer Viper.
All right. I mean,
I think I know why.
Well,
I think he's
go on, give the reasoning. Yeah.
My idea of it is, he's expecting this Nature's Prophet to TP gank all over, right? So he's just gonna Meteor Hammer the mid tower.
Right? Doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound bad. I mean, Viper Strikes are pretty heavy slow as well. I imagine if you Viper Strike someone, it gives you the time to lay down a Meteor on them, maybe?
Maybe. I think it's mostly just to force in the lanes and just force these towers down. Because he's going to be the one actually hitting towers.
Well, that's the thing.
Jungling, right?
Yeah, they don't really have a hero that's going to be hitting towers, do they?
Yeah. I think I'm alright with this. It sounds interesting to me. He's also not playing versus the craziest amount of stuns. Yeah. Right? It's like the Fear from the Willow, the Cursed Crown, and a Spear. So a lot of times like channeling, but he will be able to get it off.
I mean, we'll see. Again, another kill onto Always Wanna Fly. So bad and Collapse diving him down, and that will give the first few earn charges for Collapse to play with. So once he hits 6, he's going to be pretty scary with a Rupture. Offensive earns good to go. So the lane continues to be a bit of a struggle for V-Tune. I mean, I guess both him and Yatoro being slowed down to the same pace, really. Yeah,
they're both really struggling in their lanes. Like Yatoro, look at his item build. It's like the least greedy build ever. 2 points in stun, phase boot into Wraithband. He's playing about like just trying to survive in the lane, get himself some armor. TP's coming in. Big Wrath.
Big Nature's Wrath as well from Berg. Excellently placed there, bouncing around, even able to cancel the south of Miposhka. He's got to be cautious, and with this movement, Iceberg, he's in on the tower. He's going to start pushing. Mio, he's going to come over with the TP. Look to try and hold this. Mio's presence will put a stop to the push. Iceberg immediately TP's back towards mid, and he knows with the Viper coming up here, he's not going to be able to get back mid anytime soon. So Iceberg can clean up the mid lane.
They'll send the Sven mid, though. Not the worst situation for Yatoro. He's got the points in cleave to at least push the lane out, and he's got access to his jungle right next to him. He doesn't want to be top anymore anyway. So not too bad.
No, this Willow Mars lane, very scary right now.
Yeah, throwing in that Wrath. We knew it was going to come at some point.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom again. Collapse. He's got the 6 now.
So you always want to fly. He's going to get ruptured, and out to the urn he goes there. Second charge thrown over by Collapse, secures the kill. Always Wanna Fly goes down, and Iceberg is not able to make anything happen with this. As they back away. And space is given to Yatoro.
Yeah, pretty nice for Collapse. He's going to get off to a very good start, a very fast Veil for his team. Very nice Veil game. Phoenix, Viper, Witch Doctor. I think every game is a good Veil game pretty much, but this looks like a very good one.
Some nice items found here as well for the Yellow Submarine talent and the Arcane Ring out. Mio, he'll hold on to that Arcane Ring.
Those are some nice items picked up, and yeah, Mio pretty much has the Meteor Hammer finished up.
He's got it. So now, what do you... Oh, top, the arena's down. Managed to trap Miposhka. General walks up for the easy kill and taking the Witch Doctor out means that this tower is probably going to be taken down as well by Na'Vi. General pushing forward. And, yeah, here we go. So Mio, he's got the hammer. What is it? Yeah, what is the plan now? You start looking at the towers, you start eyeing up the lanes, you stay out of the jungle. You're looking for... What's he going to be able to do?
Hey, we'll see. Maybe he can land a Meteor Hammer with a Sven stun or something wacky. But looks like he's going to use it on mid. Here we go. Yep. The counter push for the towards the Ninja Prophet.
We'll pop the glyph here for the first usage.
Yatoro's even playing with his team right now as a Sven. He's looking to stun Iceberg.
Yeah, I think Iceberg was a little surprised to see the Sven there. I think Yatoro was a little surprised to see him.
Look, Max let 3 points in the stun. He's looking to get involved with his team. Pretty surprising versus Undying. As Mio in the front line.
They're going to jump in with a haunt straight away onto Mio. Mio's just caught on the high ground, tries to turn, but he's already burst out. Again, we're seeing some big old Nature's Wraths coming in at this stage from Iceberg, causing complete destruction in these fights. Well, Submarine just not ready to deal with this sort of this global turn up and go that Na'Vi have between the Spectre and the Nature's Prophet.
Yatoro's getting stalked. He's getting TP cancelled by Iceberg. He's just pushing him away. He actually has to run away from the jungle because of those TPs.
They might still find something in Na'Vi as well. Around this 10-minute rune. It's going to be able to be grabbed by Collapse. He steps in to pick it up. But of course, whilst this is happening, this is all 4 bounties by the looks of it, right? Going to Na'Vi, yep. Iceberg, he's able to get over that. Pick him up.
Oh, they're ganking him though. Yatoro's TPing in with the God Strength, level 3 stun. They'll find it.
They should do it. Put the blood right down. No chance for Iceberg to get out of there. But he got all the 4 bounty runes. At the same time, over towards mid. Mio's dying.
Uh-oh.
Mio falls. I mean, sure, you lost Iceberg, but you killed their mid, and you got 4 bounty runes. So Na'Vi, they're going to be happy.
And it's a Viper that you're killing. This hero, we've talked about this ad nauseum. If you start dying as a Viper, you probably are going to chain start dying over and over again.
Especially with this kind of build, right? This is you're sort of pigeonholing yourself into a very specific utilization of what you could do. And it's not really going to change. You know, you go for this Meteor Hammer into bots build on the Viper as a mid laner. Bottom lane.
And
Nature's Wrath. Again, Iceberg. Sit up onto Yatoro. He's trying to run. He'll turn with a stun. He's hiding in the trees, but Na'Vi's found him. Na'Vi 2k up. Making big moves, and again, as I said after the last game, Yatoro, him dying early is just such a huge hit to Yellow Submarine. Last game, he was behind on the PA. This game, he's already died twice as the Sven. They can't let Yatoro die, especially when you have your mid Viper doing this sort of build, right? It's all on the Sven. Sven is your only carry this game.
And Sven is already behind Spectre, which is something that if you already have that happening in a game, you feel super bad. Like, the nature of just Sven in general has to be playing above. He has to be playing at a net worth advantage over Spectre. Yeah, this build actually might be biting me on the ass a bit hard here, because I felt like this is a game too where he really, with his team in particular too, like the mech and the Greaves and Pipe, they fit so well with his team to fight as 4 while the Sven is farming. But
yeah, especially with the Sven going for the stun and getting as active as he was trying to. You know, Yatoro, he wanted to fight with the team, but yeah, not these early items to back up a carry getting that active.
No. Yeah, this might really hurt them, as all 3 cores of Na'Vi farming great, and as we always say, right? Spectre farming first 12 minutes, he's quite ahead. Usually a pretty good recipe for success. Even though he's playing versus the Viper, this Viper has already been significantly shut down. Now finally has boots, 12 minutes. He just got his boots.
It's just sort of slow stuff across the board. Yatoro, he's got the Midas, but 12 minutes is, you know, not a crazy timing.
Uh-oh, Mio again. The Blink's already ready for General.
Oh, he's in so much trouble. Arena's down, and Mio is out.
And now
let's
also
find another
Sobad.
Sobad. He's been caught. Iceberg with the Orchid, good to go.
Uh-oh.
This is, I mean, after game 2 and now into game 3, what happened to the Yellow Submarine of game 1? As this game, it doesn't look great. Some of their picks, their builds, and now their play, it's getting rolled over by Na'Vi.
It's looking real weird, I'll be honest. Even with like the 3-point stun Sven, it's something you just don't see teams really do. Especially when he has like a Viper, where this is like all about space making for Sven. He's not taking that space and just being able to go farm with it. He's gone for this weird build. He has the Midas at least, like we said.
But it's
slow.
To
pick up farm, but it's slow, and
I mean,
it feels all bad for Yellow Submarine, really.
I mean, is that the way going like this, where you're falling behind the Spectre, you go for the Midas to try and keep up out farm, or would you have liked to sort of see him maybe go straight for the Echo and actually get fighting items sooner than trying to play the long game against the Spectre?
Oh God, I'm not too sure. I think he was in such a bad spot already, and he's probably like, I need levels, I need farm. I think he was just desperate for something. He didn't know what to get. I think the Midas is trying to give him those levels because he's just too slow otherwise. Yeah.
All right, how's Mio doing? He got his brown boot stunt.
Yeah, he did.
But the Dream of the Bots is dead. BKB is going to be queued up.
They will be able to burst him. He will die.
And the last bit of the Viper Strike coming into play.
And now the Meteor Hammer on the
There
tower.
we go.
We're seeing it.
Meteor Hammer action from Mio.
Radiant's
Okay.
middle tower has fallen.
Still a 2k gold lead for Na'Vi, and this is, like we keep saying, if Sven is behind a Spectre in farm, it feels real bad in the game, just because, you know, Sven has a cleave. He always wants to be playing ahead. And it's by a decent margin, too. Yellow Submarine looking to still play on this aggressive portion here, though. Still trying to make the space for the Sven to get that farm up, as he still does have these Ancients continuing to be stacked up for himself. Always want to fly, trying to step out. He has this ward vision here for a moment.
The seeds of
And they will still be able to get themselves 2 bounties. Keep themselves farming up. You know, hemorrhage, or stop the hemorrhage of that was happening before, but General with this blink, he's
Yeah, he's just finding kills.
Dire's
Poshka,
courier has been
and he's going to go down as well as his courier. General's able to set up for the 2 of them onto the side.
And
They're
so
going to have
bad.
the combo. He's going to pop the Supernova, but they'll have no trouble taking that down as the egg will fall. Na'Vi just finding kills wherever they roll. And Yellow Submarine just still desperately trying to scramble for space for Yatoro to farm.
Another one for General.
They're actually going to come out with the horn. They might even have a chance onto Mio as well. They want to jump for it. Vincire's going to stay on
Vincere
top of
wants
him.
to.
He's
just
committed
starting
for
to
this
chase
one.
forward.
I mean, TPs are coming in. Silences them, and Poshka will throw out a cast. They're going to dive in a little further, but it's a little too deep now past the tier 2, especially with the respawn of Sobat coming in. They'll turn over towards Roger. Roger will die to the Death Ward. See if Yellow Submarine can get anything more from this. Submarine out onto Vincere and always want to fly, but they don't quite have the lockdowns. Those 2 are out there.
Not too bad. Get themselves at least some type of kill. I feel like anytime that they can get any trades, it's good. Yatoro, he's getting the space to farm. He's now past that Spectre, finally. Still wants to be way more ahead, of course, but, you know, any type of small gain, that's what they're looking for here at this deficit. And how many Atoses are they building, too? 1, 2... Is that a 3 Atos? Okay, they're building 2 Atoses. They do want to keep him inside of that Nether Toxin, of course, versus that Spectre. But they're going to be able to itemize versus, especially in 1 Atos. They're probably going to get like a 4-step, and he's going to have Manta at some point, so. General, ult's back available, has a haste in the ruin. They have a good ward. It's watching Yatoro as well. Might be the option they go for, these 3 down bottom. This could be big for Na'Vi.
See what sort of jump General can get. He's been getting some good ones so far. He's going to take out the courier and look to start things off over to the side. Gets the arena down. But they do manage to fully focus him. He's able to find the spear onto the Viper. General will fall. Now collapse over towards Roger. This is going to be a fight for Yellow Submarine to write home about, as they'll take down both General and Roger. As General,
They got the vision.
yeah, just a little too deep with the jump and not enough backup there that time. They didn't want to follow him up on that one, Na'Vi.
Yeah, a little bit far. No haunt available either yet, so they were a little reluctant, and it's the way that the fight kicks off too. He doesn't actually get the spear before his, you know, as the ult goes out, Yatoro gets the stun off, and from there it's turned. Doing a decent job of fixing the mistakes from earlier.
They are. I mean, Yatoro, he's been able to get away without getting caught out for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Damp on him. Poshka. It will be a freebie. Of course, these supports aren't what matters in the big picture. It's all about the cause, and Yellow Submarine that Yatoro continues to get the space, and Na'Vi that V-Tune does so for them. And they're pretty even. You're both cores standing there towards the top.
Yatoro gets himself, he's been double stacking for himself around the Ancients, stacking his own Ancient and the hard camp multiple
he's
times.
picked it up big time. I mean, but Midas was there at 12 minutes. Now, what, 6 minutes later, he has Echo and pretty much a BKB. I believe the Ogre Club was on the Courier, so you know, it'll be 19 minutes. You know, so within 6 minutes, he's picked up an Echo Saber and a BKB without any issue.
I mean, Mio also almost has BKB done too.
Yeah.
So those, you know, those general initiations that were really strong for a good like 6 or 7 minutes, it feels like, might be stopped. If they can get the BKB off before the spear attaches them to the wall, they can look to turn the fights.
Yeah,
they
they
just
can
drop
turn
down
them.
everything.
And blow. I mean, any of the cores, you know, having this Witch Doctor, as long as Poshka is able to get Maledict down, the General Iceberg or V-Tune, those heroes will absolutely die to a few good hits from Yatoro with the God Strength. They'll die over time, and in a way that Na'Vi just aren't going to have the sustain to help against. I mean, I guess the Soul Rip will be there, but that's all right. It's just going to be the one heal on one target.
And they're going to have double BKB at the same timing here. This is pretty huge for Yellow Submarine. Their BKBs actually counteract pretty much everything from Na'Vi. They still have to worry about like the tombstone and stuff like that, but they have a lot of things to deal with it. Collapse, he won't be so lucky.
Yeah, trying to juke out any follow-up. As many heroes there were here, no chance for him.
It's under attack.
Actually throws down the Rupture. Okay.
I mean, he's dead for 30 seconds of the 60 or so, you know.
Oh, they're camping around this area here for the bounty. There's no ult on the Mars. There is a Spectre ult, though. Spectre does not have Manta available.
All right. Look for the easy one first. Try for the Undying. BKB's out as well. Toro commits to the God Strike, takes down one. He's now going to turn over towards Iceberg. Iceberg, he has to TP out of this. Iceberg, is he going to get away? He will. He'll live. Supernova down. Vincere trying with the TP out. Vincere makes it out of there. He'll live with the TP back to base. We're certainly seeing a Yellow Submarine showing up, and Na'Vi having to be very careful about how they fight around. They're starting to really feel the power of Yutoro and these quick BKBs, as Na'Vi not quite happy to fight into Yellow Submarine right now, despite the gold lead that they do have.
Yeah, I think he, disassembled for the BKB, right? Yeah, he disassembled his Echo for the BKB right before the fight. Yeah. I was wondering, I was like, wait, what? But yeah, tough fight when Na'Vi runs into all those BKBs they see. A little bit of a difficult spot. Even though Collapse was still dead, they can't just like full commit onto there. No. And that is Haunt used. That is the big thing. Sure, it was an egg used on the other side, but I just feel like Yellow Submarine is starting to find themselves some decent footing in this game. Almost 12 on the Phoenix too, so bad. So these eggs, very likely to pop, as we see in a lot of these situations. It does seem a little hard for Na'Vi to just full commit onto it. Yeah, pretty good item time. His Echo Saber now recompleted, and he's queued up the Ags. So he has, yeah, the BKB and the Ags are going to be very strong for him. He pretty much doesn't have to worry about the Mars at all in that point. You know, he's just charge through the wall, or just BKB walk through it and focus fire very nicely onto a Spectre or onto a Nature's Prophet. That he has good matchups. And they're smoked.
Yeah, 20. He's not got God Strength quite yet. About 15 seconds until it's up. They're going to find always want to fly. The easy kill. Actually going to drop down the tombstone, so that'll be easy farming for them. Or maybe not. Na'Vi's still trying to fight this. But it's into the BKBs of Yellow Submarine. This is not an easy fight for Na'Vi to try and take. They've got to get out. Iceberg will. He will get away. As Yutoro... I mean, did he put that God Strength as soon as it came back? He did. Okay, so he didn't have it any sooner.
Yeah.
Only just came back up.
He was really mad. It was like a split second from him getting that kill. He has his Midas up, but he's like, I kind of want to Roche because my God Strength's going, it feels. But maybe they can catch Na'Vi off guard.
Na'Vi's eyeing this up.
He's got Midas. He doesn't want to be around here. Yutoro. He's like, pull me a camp. Thank you. He didn't use it.
He didn't use it. Oh, he was on the big creep.
Oh, that's the big one.
There we go. There we go. Efficiency.
Efficiency indeed. Keeping it close, though. Na'Vi still keeping themselves at this 3K constant gold lead, but we're seeing these fights. It's not easy for Na'Vi just to commit into these BKBs.
Final pickoff.
They will.
So bad, left behind on the mid lane. I guess the thing is, though, these fights are kind of coming relatively frequently early on, so the BKB charges are being burnt through kind of early. You know, we had a couple in already, just 22 minutes in.
And God Strength was used to that. It has a pretty long cooldown. Na'Vi, they've got the Manta on the Spectre. They're just committing into the Roche. They're going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
This is huge.
Yeah, no chance for Yellow Submarine to do anything about this. You say ult's down, and the Phoenix gone. It's a free Aegis for Na'Vi and for Vincere, and he's also pretty much got the Diffusal Blade coming out. So this Spectre, very scary. The BKB is ever more important for Yellow Submarine. Just the usage of them has to be perfect.
General.
I don't know if he has many ways of getting out of this one. He does not. Straight out and down from the Yules he's brought with that Storm Hammer. General goes out.
They smoke, though. Like, as soon as the Aegis was taken by Na'Vi, Yellow Submarine are the ones to smoke and look for the fight, because like we were saying before, they have God Strength and Egg available. They're still feeling strong, even fighting into that Aegis. Sven is at a pretty strong point. Same thing with that Viper.
Mio.
Mio. To be a bit careful
Kind of,
around here.
dancing around this point.
No initiation though. That's
Yeah, General's
when
dead.
General's dead, they feel a lot safer to make these type of aggressive moves because he's the only actual big initiator in the entire game. It feels like until Sven has Zags. As he is approaching, Iceberg shows himself a moment bottom. We'll have to back away. As this is a long TP, Yatoro. Oh, he'll get away, but collapse. Will he?
It's a good turn. Collapse, he's going to hold his ground. Iceberg committed with the BKB, trying to beat down Collapse, and with the help of the Horn, they do. Vincere takes him out. The rest of Yellow Submarine on the retreat. Sobar's going to pop the egg, but they're going to look to take it out. Can they do so in time? They can.
Oh.
Vincere's able to put it to an end. Yule Scepter to cancel the TP out from Eposhka. As Na'Vi, they'll clean up a third.
If General doesn't use that Witch Doctor there, that egg pops, because the Witch Doctor was mid-cask animation to stun them under it, but he ends up using them beforehand. It's very nicely done as they set up for... Yeah, and even like the way that they set up that gang too, the Sprout on the high ground blocking the path, even if he cuts the tree, there's still too much Sprout because of the way he placed it. Very nicely done by Na'Vi. Finally get their lead up a bit past that 3,000.
Yeah, and Vincere is just 4-0-4. This is a game where the Spectre's not dying. Sven still keeping up and in fact taking the top spot in farm. But a lot of weight on Yatoro. As I mean, the levels as well. You know, Yatoro is gearing up at a very impressive rate. And
and he's got the natural build-up to go for the Silver Edge eventually.
So they're trying to poke out a BKB from Yatoro. Is he going to feel forced to do so? He's getting low, but he's able to run off to the side. Still, Yellow Submarine trying to fight this as Collapse. He sets forward with Mio, but General's able to lay down the arena.
Mio gets speared.
Collapse and Mio, they went straight into this one. Mio's able to put the BKB. He's going to go for the TP out. He'll make it away. But Yatoro goes down to Iceberg, being able to catch him on the way out. But Poshka falls, so does Collapse. And now so bad, he's probably going to be in trouble as well as Vincere slows him down with a defusal. Another team fight where Na'Vi are just cleaning up with the Spectre involved. And that is a huge worry for Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, Iceberg actually shows up and gets like this. He gets the solo XP and gold on the Sven kill, so he gets bumped up to 19 off of that one. Shows
How
up
did
with
he
the
get that?
cleanup
Because
with the ideal.
he's still at the BKB. Why did
He just stayed with like 200 HP. Just got hit twice. It was two auto attacks. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower.
Well, there we go. 20 to 12, 10k lead for Na'Vi. I mean,
we're seeing just the natural form of initiation. Just it's breaking Yellow Submarine. Just having General always be able to just jump in and spear a target. He kicks off the fight, and then Vtoon can pick and choose who he wants to go for. It's just feeling too easy for Na'Vi to just execute the fights versus Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, it's just it feels like Yatoro kind of has to do everything.
Yeah.
As you know, Mio's still pretty farmed. I mean, after those last few fights, he's starting to fall behind actually compared to the other three cores. But it just hasn't really been able to do too much with this build. Even with the hammer, we felt maybe the idea was to take these towers. They've only taken 2 tier 1s this game. The opportunity has not really been there for Mio to do too much as a Viper with this build.
No, definitely not. He just gets focused so hard on the front. There's too many things he has to deal with now because he has to BKB the spear, but then these zombies are hitting him. Then there's so much right clicks, and then the illusion. Whenever Spectre pops his Manta, these illusions just shred him. They kill him so fast, even through the BKB. Just nothing you can even do to itemize versus it. Yeah, it really does feel like Yatoro versus the world does. He's still very farmed, but it's so tough for the rest of them to contribute too much. And,
try for General. The Horn's out. Vincere, he's in over towards Mio. On the high ground, they've got the Supernova. Big Nature's Wrath comes crashing in from the side, and the Fear as well. Mio is pushed back. Iceberg, has he got the damage? The Supernova stun will stun Iceberg for now. They're turning over towards Vincere, and they will be able to get him. The Spectre goes down, but they've lost 2 already, Na'Vi. Yellow Submarine, they're going to lose more. A third down. Yatoro, he's in the arena, pots the BKB and the God Strength, but General's out with the blink. Yatoro, he can't find a target to go to. He's running around, he can't find anyone to look towards. Over to the side, Collapse is going down. Yatoro, he's bailing. He's getting out of here as he wasn't able to do anything with that ult, and they're going to look to hunt him. He's trying to farm, but Iceberg, he's able to close in. TP's over. Silence is down. He's trying to run away with the spider legs. Can he escape this? He can't. The Sprout's out. Double buybacks are coming into play. They have to keep Yatoro alive. As his BKB still unavailable for 40. Iceberg TP's out underneath their noses. He won't get out of it, though. They are able to put a stop to Iceberg's escape. And they needed to. I mean, they expended 2 buybacks for that to keep Yatoro safe. So, but it does give them something. They do kill Iceberg, and of course they were able to take down the Spectre in that fight around the river. But overall, still big expenditures from Yellow Submarine to do so.
Yeah, I mean, so bad alone, actually. He solo killed the Spectre in that fight. A full Sunray just blasting him. Nobody stopped it. The Spectre just melted to it. That's the only reason that any of this comes out okay for Yellow Submarine. Because Na'Vi were hitting real hard there.
Well, they'll find Roger here too. Always out. Anything to cancel this? No. He is away.
I actually could not believe that. I couldn't believe when I saw how fast So Bad was burning down the Spectre, burning down V-Tune. Literally just a full HP burn, even though the Blade Mail and everything, he just cooked him.
And they're playing aggressive straight out on the map of Yellow Submarine, despite having those 2 buybacks used. They're instantly onto the tier 2 bottom. Iceberg back up in 15 seconds, about a similar time to when the Haunt's going to be online once more, so Na'Vi will be prepared to fight.
Roger's set up here in the tree line too with Spider Legs. He's got a Terrorize available.
Let's see what he can do. A bit of a poke first. He's trying to get maybe out an early BKB usage from Yatoro. Fears out Roger. He's going in straight onto the Sven. Yatoro's so low, he's going to do. Roger just takes out the Sven. He's done it. Mio tries for the BKB TPI. He's not making it away. It's a triple kill for Iceberg. Collapse is going for the TP. Is the damage there from V-Tune? It's not. Collapse will live, but So Bad will not. Caught out by General. And Roger, I mean, just stealing the show there with that opening as he just basically solos the Sven in front of the whole team of Yellow Submarine.
He saw So Bad solo kill V-Tune with the Sunray, and he's like, all right, I'm going to match that. I'm going to go kill your Sven, and he does a perfect fear, perfect chain stun, done by Roger. Nicely set up from the trees.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, it's...
Where's he going now? Look at Roger.
He's just into the face.
He is feeling himself.
Well, he's going for Collapse. He's found him with the root. I mean, he's got the kill. Roger, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he's having some fun right now on his Willow. As, I mean, it's 20k up. They're into the base now with this move, and I don't see Yellow Submarine recovering in this game.
Nope. They fought, they tried, but at the end of the day, things went too disastrous in this early game. This Viper, Mio, the Meter Hammer, definitely did not pay off for him.
No, this was not a build I think many will be replicating in their pubs.
Or maybe they will.
Or maybe they will. Actually, they probably will. But it did.
I saw someone do it.
Maybe it will work out sometime. Maybe it works out, but here, didn't really feel it. Didn't really feel it.
No, Na'Vi really turning up here. After a very concerning first game, they show up with some nice drafts, some nice play, and it looks like a different team than the first game that I casted today.
I mean, honestly, after game 1, I think the viewers as well, they'll be like, Na'Vi, LOL, Kek W, whatever the kids are typing nowadays. And then it's game 2 and game 3. It's just been brilliant from Na'Vi. You're seeing some of these plays coming out from them in game 3, and as you say it doesn't look like anything. You know, it didn't look like they were capable of any of this after what they showed us in game 1. But they are. Yeah, game 2 and game 3, Na'Vi looking very hot. And against the team, Yellow Submarine, as we were talking up at the start, this CIS lineup has had some really good showings at the tournament so far. But this game, Na'Vi just crushing them in these 2 games.
Yeah, the Haunt's out. It's an Arcane Rune Haunt, so why not? Gets all the information while they're rushing.
Oh, look, Rogers forced Mio to pop an early BKB. They've used a Supernova, but there's no one around. Na'Vi's able to step out to the side, stunning himself there on the low Soviet Tour. Now the BKB comes out, trying to kill the Spectre. V-Tune getting low.
Broken.
They are able to take him out the once. Over to the side, Yatoro looks towards Roger, but he's back into the Shadow Realm. They've killed off the Viper. Yatoro goes down. They're going to call it. This game is definitely over. There's no coming back against Na'Vi's lineup right now, as that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Na'Vi take game 3, and with that, the series is theirs. 2-1 against Yellow Submarine.